In this session, I will briefly explain the power flow in the induction motor and various power losses in the machine. Knowing the power losses would help in the assessment of motor efficiency. For this, I will make use of the equivalent circuit of the three-phase induction motor that is drawn as shown. The main point here is how much power does the motor draw from the AC mains, and of this, how much is actually transferred to the load. Firstly, the machine draws electrical power from the AC mains. This is marked at the input as P in. The power that is actually converted into the mechanical form is marked as P mechanical in this figure. The stator winding incurs stator copper losses, and this is marked here in this equivalent circuit. This is followed by the core loss, which is represented as R suffix C in the magnetizing branch of the three-phase induction motor. The remaining power is transferred from the stator to the rotor, and this is called as the air gap power. In the rotor, some power is lost as the rotor copper losses, and the rest is converted to the mechanical form. Mind you, this is the gross mechanical power developed by the machine, and this power is nothing but the power associated with this variable resistance in the equivalent circuit. As the rotor, a mechanical entity, runs at some speed, due to the friction, some power is lost. On top of it, with rotor running, air surrounding it also offers some opposition to the movement, and this opposition is known as windage loss. Both put together are termed as windage and friction loss. Additionally, there are some stray losses, some miscellaneous losses marked as P stray, and the remaining power that is available at the shaft of the induction motor is called the shaft power, which is delivered as the output by this machine, and that is delivered to the load. The input power can be written as 3 times V1 I1 cos phi, where phi is the phase angle difference between V1 and I1. The stator copper losses will be equal to 3 times I1 square R1, where I1 is the stator resistance, I1 is the stator current, R1 is the stator winding resistance. These are all per phase quantities. The air gap power is represented as P suffix G. The rotor copper losses is equal to 3 times I2 prime square R2 prime. The gross mechanical power developed This can be written as 3I2 prime square R2 prime by S multiplied by 1 minus S. The windage and friction losses, as I told you, there are two entities in this, the windage loss and the friction loss. And of course the stray loss that is shown here. Of the losses that are shown on the top, what I am highlighting now is the core loss, windage and friction loss, and the stray loss. These losses are combined together and they are popularly known as rotational losses. These losses, these components put together, are usually treated as constant irrespective of the speed of the induction motor. And finally, the efficiency of the motor can be written as the output power which is available in the shaft. This is also called as the shaft power. So the shaft power output to the input power expressed in percentage will be known as the percentage efficiency of the induction motor. To reinforce the learning, let me give a numerical example, and the numbers would help you to understand the various losses and how to calculate the efficiency of the induction machine. So in this problem, 400 volts 37.3 kilowatt induction motor is set to draw 60 amperes at a power factor of 0.8 power factor lagging while driving a load, and the various losses are shown here, and you are asked to determine the gross mechanical power developed, the air gap power, the shaft power, and the power efficiency of the induction machine. From the power flow diagram, we know that from the input power, if we remove the stator copper losses and the core losses, you will get the air gap power. But the input power can be written as root 3 VLIL cos phi, and by substituting the numbers, we can get the input power equal to 42,400 watts. With the input now calculated, if we remove the stator copper losses and the core losses, we get the value for the air gap power which is equal to 38,600 watts. From the power flow diagram, it is clear that the gross mechanical power developed can be obtained by removing the rotor copper losses from the air gap power. Hence, subtracting the rotor copper losses from the air gap power that we calculated just above, we will get the gross mechanical power developed equal to 37,900 watts. Now, the shaft power is nothing but, after removing the stray losses and the friction and windage losses from the mechanical power, we get this, and this, by substituting the numbers into this, we get a value equal to 37,300 watts. Finally, the power efficiency of the motor, which is the output power to input power, can be written as 37,300 divided by 42,400, which is the total input. Therefore, the efficiency turns out to be equal to 87.97%. Thank you.